IUD, birth control, Plan B. When do they impact your surgery? Okay, an intrauterine device or coil, birth control, or Plan B, which is the morning after pill. Okay, so the principle here is that medications that contain estrogen increase your risk of blood clots, DVTs, and pulmonary embolisms. So generally, we like you to avoid medications containing estrogen. If you're on the pill, the contraceptive pill, the pill contains estrogen usually. So usually I'd ask you to stop that for 6 weeks before your surgery. Some people are on the mini pill, also called the progesterone only pill. Has this lighting changed slightly? I don't know what happened there. Also called the progesterone only pill. The progesterone only pill does not increase your risk of blood clots, so you can continue taking that. That one's absolutely fine. Plan B, morning after pill, is usually a synthetic progesterone analog. So in which case it's fine as well. That doesn't affect your risk of blood clots, so that's fine. The coil, intrauterine device, I just want to know which particular one it is. Some of them don't affect your risk at all. The copper coil doesn't. Some of them do leach out estrogen, so that will affect your risk. However, in that case, I'd have a nuanced discussion about it, because I wouldn't necessarily say, if you had a coil put in and it's not due to be removed for ages, then I'd say, okay, look, here is the risk of DVTs with and without the IUD, the estrogen. Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer to take out the IUD, or do you prefer to have the risk of the additional risk of blood clots? Hey, you've just said, does that include HRT? Yes, it includes HRT. So HRT is also estrogen containing, and I'd have exactly the same conversation as I would with the IUD. Some women will say, oh, I'll just stop my HRT, no big deal. Other women, if I were to suggest to them that they stop their HRT, would look at me as if I'd just killed their dog. So some people will not stop their HRT, incredibly attached to it. Others, take it or leave it. And so I would then have that discussion with you. Would you rather the increased risk, or rather the HRT or IUD or whatever it may be? And it's fine. You can make that decision. It's your decision to make. It's your risk and no one else's. You own that risk. So you can decide. What is helpful, though, is that the DVT risk for this kind of surgery is about 0.1%. If you're off estrogen-containing medications. If you're on estrogen-containing medications, the risk is about 0.4%. And that's where lies, damn lies, and statistics come in, because I could say, it increases your risk from 0.1 to 0.4. It's still really low. It doesn't matter, whatever. Or I could say, it has increased your risk by 4 times, by a factor of 4 times higher. They are both correct. It's quite a different slant on it, and it's up to you to decide how you take that. It's a reversible risk factor that increases your risk of blood clots by a factor of 4. That's pretty substantial, yet it's still a low risk overall. It only matters if it happens to you. It probably won't, but it could. And if it did, and you hadn't stopped the estrogen-containing pill, you might retrospectively rethink that decision. So, like I say, the idea of the consultations is to give you the information and to empower you to make your own decision. And often, these are just your decision. There you go.